Alright, hello everyone and welcome. How are you doing? I am Darkside Phil. I am here. I am live. Is this how you like it? Do you like it live? Is this what gets you off when it's live? Well, it's not that kind of stream. So you're gonna be very disappointed. Hello and welcome to my gameplay stream for today. Of course, we have to have the inaugural belch before I can even begin with the pre-stream. I have to just let loose, okay? So, hello everyone and welcome. How are ya? Hopefully you are doing well. Physically, I'm doing well today. Physically. Let's put it that way. And I'm ready. Today, if you're not aware, is going to be Battlefield 1 multiplayer. Okay? Now, if you're wondering, I have not really played multiplayer much. The game came out Friday, and I focused mainly on the campaign. I did play about 2 hours of multiplayer Friday night, but it didn't necessarily go as I had hoped. The first mode that I ended up playing was the Operations mode, which ran like shit, quite honestly, on the PlayStation 4. The frame rate was incredibly choppy. It was almost to the point where it was unplayable. I couldn't even get a bead on most enemies. I would fill them with bullets and they would not die. And what a lot of people are saying is that possibly it was either just a bad connection to that particular match, that server, or that basically Operations mode is the shitty mode. That even though it is the new mode that I should be playing, Conquest, the 64-player Conquest mode, is supposedly the better mode, okay? So that being said, today, I'm going to be playing a lot of variety. I'm going to be definitely doing the Conquest mode that everyone recommended that I play. Alright, but I'm also going to be doing, so hopefully some of the other modes. Now, a little surprise, a little out of nowhere kind of surprise deal. This morning when I woke up, I had a message. And the message was from the Airy Lord, who is a friend of mine, who over the years has joined me for co-op in many different ventures and games. Most recently, he joined me all this past year for the Call of Duty 3 Zombies DLCs in Black Ops 3. And he said that he and P-Dog, who also longtime acquaintance, and someone who, used to be a viewer of my content and stuff on YouTube, and I've done co-op with him before as well, said that they wanted to join me today. And I said, why not? Well, it's certainly not going to hurt anything to have a few people in a party. Now, I want to forewarn everyone up front, okay? And there might be issues. I don't know. I haven't used the party system yet in Battlefield 1. So I don't know if it's going to be easy to just jump in and play, or if we're going to have technical issues where, oh, no, now one person dropped and another person didn't. I do have microphones enabled for Chris and P-Dog. There's also a third member who's actually Chris's roommate at college. I guess his name is Jack, but he doesn't have a mic right now. They only have one mic per dorm room, I guess. That's the rule. So he can't talk. But it is what it is. We're just going to jump in and see how this works. This will be a good test for my review, because as you know, I'm going to be reviewing Battlefield 1. And, it's good to have a test of, say, the party system, so that I can kind of fairly review it when I do, rather than just assuming that it works or doesn't work, right? So, should be fun. Should be a fun stream, something different. And hopefully I get better at the game, because that first session, quite honestly, the whole first hour of multiplayer that I played was kind of a waste. I sucked, and the Operations match that I was in was not a good one, and I just kind of got destroyed and didn't really understand. Then I started playing other modes. I started playing Domination and Rush, and I actually liked it. I was like, wow, this is getting better. I like it now. So I think today I should get the hang of things, hopefully the swing of things. I'll get mess around with vehicles and stuff. Should be pretty fun. And also the fact that I'll be able to interact with a few people here in a party should be pretty cool too. It should be a little bit of a different experience for everybody, okay? So that's going to be today's gameplay stream. It's going to be about 3 to 3.5 hours for you. Now, later today, i.e. later tonight, I will be playing more WWE 2K17. That will not be live streamed. I'm just going to record those videos and upload them to YouTube like I usually do. Okay? And that'll be fun. I've liked that playthrough so far. It's been pretty interesting. The last stream that I played was so wild with the glitches and stuff. My leg was dislocated for half of the matches. It was just out of control. So, we'll see what happens tonight as I continue on with that playthrough, okay? Tomorrow is the big new release for the week, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I'm pretty excited, especially because I've been following along with Dragon Ball. Well, not following along because I haven't seen Dragon Ball Super yet. But I have been watching both the original Dragon Ball series as well as Dragon Ball Z this year. These past few months, actually. I've kind of been watching it and getting reacquainted. That's the word I wanted. Reacquainted with the series. Because I haven't, watched it since I was a kid, basically. So, yeah, pretty good. And, it should be a fun playthrough to continue on for this week and next week. If it's anywhere near as long as the first game, it means it's going to be a long playthrough, okay? So, that's going to be fun. And then I'll continue on with everything this week. There'll be probably more Battlefield, more WWE, more, Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I am going to be reviewing the Dark Souls 3 DLC tomorrow night. Later this week, I'm going to be working on and maybe releasing my review of Battlefield 1. So, should be pretty interesting. A fun week. A variety of stuff, okay? If you want the full skinny on everything, watch the week in preview, because I'm sure some people are going to say, but what about Batman? But what about Titanfall 2? I fully explain all of that in the week in preview, so you know what to expect, alright? I'm going to make this a quick pre-stream, because we want to get started with gameplay, and I got guys sitting in a party waiting to play. But I will say this, thank you to those of you who did watch the weekend preview last night and sent me some nice messages. Some people actually, watched the weekend preview and hearing about what's going on with me and my business. They pledged to my Patreon for the very first time. And I want to say thank you. Thank you to anyone who, gave me positive feedback, constructive criticism, pledge to my Patreon, anything. Thank you. Because that's what I need right now. I need positivity and I need support. And it's good that I have a community of people who watch my stuff, who want to see this continue and be successful, who are kind of coming out of the woodwork now and supporting. It's funny because it's the constant factor that I've always seen on YouTube is the negative. No matter what, whether I'm doing well or I'm doing poorly, whether I'm on a high or a low, the negative is always a factor. You always get the people who talk shit, who make fun, who say you suck, but it's the positive that keeps you going, but the positive is not a constant. Some people watch the stuff, but they take it for granted, and they're like, well, maybe, Phil knows that he's doing good, right? Not necessarily. Not necessarily, especially when, I'm in a position like I am right now, where it's October, and this should be the busiest gaming time of the year for me. I should have, people in high views, and people coming out to watch my stuff more than the rest of the year, and it's not happening. It's nice to get some positive reinforcement and or to know that people actually care. So thank you to those of you who did actually, contribute, who, went out of their way to message me. A lot of people did, and I thank you for that, okay? It really is much appreciated. So thank you. I'm not going to go into super detail about it, all right? And I'm just going to leave it at this. Thank you, okay? So, plugs-wise, I'm not even going to go into major plugs today. I'm just going to say a few things. If you are supportive of me and my business and you want to see continue to succeed and keep being my main business, right? 8 years that I've been on YouTube, and I'd like to keep doing it as a job. There's many ways you could support. You can get a new Loot Crate subscription, using the referral code and discount code in my description of my videos and streams, right? You can follow me on Twitter. You can spread the word about DSPGaming and KO Gaming, my two active gameplay and editing style channels. You can pledge to my Patreon. Again, thanks to those who did pledge overnight. But just because we may be hitting the funding goal for this month, doesn't mean that I don't need your help. I do. Especially if things keep going the way they are. That's what someone in the stream chat earlier was like, well, looks like Phil's going to hit the goal for October, so I don't need to pledge this month. And I was like, whoa. No. That's not the case. The case here is that I need every little bit of support that I can get, especially if things don't turn around on YouTube, it's going to be Patreon that's going to have to pick up the slack for that. So please, consider pledging to Patreon if you haven't. People who do pledge like the perks and stuff that they get. It's just that I don't talk about it a lot. And because I only talk about it on PreStream, it doesn't get a lot of exposure, and I don't advertise during my gameplay. It's a lot different than most other YouTubers, you know what I mean? So please consider pledging if you haven't yet, all right? And, of course, my girlfriend has her own business, The Black Current. She makes handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. Maybe consider getting something from there, right? For a present for someone during the holidays or whatever coming up. Definitely check it out, okay? All right. So that is it. I'm not going to go long on PreStream. It's over. It's already over. We're going to start. We're going to see that hopefully this works out and the multiplayer works and the matchmaking works and we can get matches going and everything. You know what I mean? All right. So thanks, everyone. And now I will unmute the party and everything. You'll start hearing everyone talking, and we'll go from there. Here we go.